Hello and welcome. Today we are in the Tier 10 Royal Navy Light Cruiser, the Minotaur. We're on a mission. We need to do 50,000 torpedo damage in one game in a cruiser for a directive. And for that I have chosen the Minotaur because she has 8 torpedoes per side and she has torpedoes on both sides, so she can deal a huge amount of damage. But starting out the game I head towards the middle of the map on the map trap. And I just head into the cap as well. I'm going to smoke soon because that Mogami appears to be coming closer and I do not wish to be spotted, as there's a Bismarck to my side and she might take a few salvos and who knows what else might be out there. So it's better to just smoke and just delay the cap a little bit. And then I'll just launch torpedoes into the enemy smoke screen that we see over there. That is, well, it has to be a destroyer. And we'll just launch torpedoes. I can maneuver around because I am a smoke build. My smoke screen is laid down for like 55 or 56 seconds in a row. As a result, I can maneuver after I'm already in the smoke for quite a while. I'm going to launch torpedoes on one side, then we're going to slowly creep forward and turn around and perhaps launch torpedoes on the other side too. It would make sense, but you never know in these early situations how things might just change immediately. The Mogami is behind the island now, so it doesn't really matter whether I stay in that smoke screen or not. I won't be spotted regardless. In fact, it's probably better to be out of it so that I can see if that destroyer leaves. Maybe I don't need torpedoes on the other side, considering I have a Hydro, and that's a destroyer. Hello, Shimakaze. Nice seeing you around here. That took 5 salvos. Yeah, goodbye Minotaur. Oh, and the Mogami was taken out by my teammates as well. Apparently there's a Conqueror in the B cap. So I guess we have conquered the B cap at this point. And now we're actually 2 ships up. We've sunk 2 of their cruisers and 1 of their destroyers, whereas they have only sank 1 of ours. And we'll simply take the cap zone. After that, I think I'll head over to the A cap. I mean, look at that. That's 2 Pommans. And we do have a gearing over there, but our Sovietsky Soyuz is actually running away. And so maybe I can ambush one of the Pommans and get my 50,000 torpedo damage. That would be quite excellent. By the way, at this time I didn't quite realize that you could just do that mission in a co-op. I thought it was random battles only. That's why I'm playing the Minotaur. Also, I didn't realize that the Hindenburg would actually be an even better choice than the Minotaur is for the same mission. I just kinda didn't think about the fact how many torpedoes the Hindenburg has. I tried the Minotaur for a few games at least, and I also tried ships like the Yoshino, but they also seemed rather unsuccessful at getting 50,000 in a single game. Let's avoid these torpedoes and then just keep heading towards the Pommans. Because, well, Pommans do have Hydra and all that. I don't think it matters too much for me. I'm just simply trying to get close and get my 50,000 torpedo damage. I've already contributed my fair share this game. I've already sank a Shimakaze from full HP to 0 and taken the cap the Shima was in. So, I just want my mission done at this point. There are a bit too many ships at the sea cap to try to do the same thing over there. Particularly a Venezia would be quite frustrating to deal with, because she can obviously just disengage with the smokescreen and, well, if you do show broadside to a Venezia, her 15 shells at once can be quite devastating. One of the Pommans has pushed up though, which is a bit of an issue, as she will obviously spot my approach and then it'll be quite difficult to ambush them if they know exactly where I am. Oh wow, a gearing, fully broadside. And she can even see me, yet she still fires. Hello gearing, would you like some AP shells? He's not turning away. Maybe he doesn't realize that it's me. Maybe he just thinks somebody else is shooting him. But I think it's already too late to turn away gearing. You already blew your chance. I'm also smoking up, so the Pommen doesn't just delete me. Goodbye, gearing. Yep. By the way, notice how long my smoke lasts. That's because I have the legendary upgrade on the Minotaur. Now, this does come with a downside. Your concealment range is reduced slightly, or increased. It's made worse. You are spotted from slightly further away. And that's a bit of an issue when you're trying to be stealthy, but it's only slightly worse, and I think the smokescreen duration advantage kinda makes up for it. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna abandon my own smoke. Oh, apparently there's a destroyer over there too. I'm gonna abandon my smoke and just use this smoke right here in front of me. And shell the other pommen instead. I guess we're not getting much mini torpedo hits on these guys, huh? I'll try, but it seems somewhat unlikely. But I mean, it's quite convenient that there's just this other magical smokescreen, although it lasts for less time, but hey, a smokescreen is still a smokescreen, and I'm sure it'll force the pommen away. After that, I guess we'll go for the A-Captain. Because when the pommens leave, you know, there's only the destroyer left, and I don't really worry about the destroyer as a Minotaur. I should be able to avoid any of the torpedoes, or most of them, and then be able to deal enough damage to take out the destroyer. Even if the smokescreen goes away right now, I'll be fine, because I have 9.7 or 9.6 kilometer concealment, I think. Unless, of course, I fire once the smokescreen disappears, then I'll just be spotted. And I'll be secondaried, and then shot at by the main guns. Come on, survive! Oh, that wasn't too bad. Let's just use a heal and we'll be fine. This other pommen isn't actually out of the game yet, and there's actually nobody else that can shoot him. I think the Sovietsky Soyuz is behind the island, or very nearly behind the island. Perhaps, yeah, I guess I might have to do it myself then. Oh, the cap is actually still locked, which means the destroyer must be somewhere around here. Come on, pommen, go down please. There is a Thunderer behind me as well, or on the other side of me. That's a bit dangerous, but since I am unspotted now, I guess it doesn't matter too much. And the cap is still locked, which means that there's still a destroyer over here. Now, I don't think a destroyer is going to give me 50,000 torpedo damage, but hey, we might get something, right? Or maybe we'll just have to use our main guns as we did before. Come on, accelerate, faster, faster. Please, we need to catch up with the DD. She's still in the cap, by the way, again. I don't know what he's thinking, because once I round this corner here, he's gonna be screwed. A DD just cannot fight the Minotaur. Oh no, torpedoes. Let me slow down like a tiny bit and then just avoid them, and now you're... What are you gonna do now, Erland? You don't have a smokescreen? Even if you did, I would have Hydro for you. You know what? In fact, I'm so close to the island that I probably don't even need to try to only bring my front guns to bear to try to chase her as perfectly as possible. I'll just bring everything I can and just shell away. Oh, come on, Gearing. That was clearly mine, okay? That should have been mine. Anyway, let's use this little island gap there to take the cap and then just keep shelling the pommen. Pommen can't shoot back at me. Well, I mean, she can, but it'll have to be blind fire. And she's trying, but it's kind of difficult to fire at something you cannot see. You know, hitting torpedoes is gonna be rough this game for 50k damage. I guess we'll have to head out now to try to find the Venezia and the Thundra. But this is looking difficult to get my 50k torpedo damage. Since we're gonna be sailing empty, let's just speed the game up a little bit. Look at how fast we are going. It's almost as though we have a speed boost. For time. We do control all 3 cap zones. I wonder if we'll actually be able to... Oh! That Venezia is actually coming closer. Okay. You know, I actually turned the wrong way. I should have turned the other way. That way I would have increased the angle, or made the angle better for me against the Venezia. She is turning her guns towards me, but I don't think it matters. I'm just gonna angle just in case, though. It's not like I exactly need all my turrets on target here. Goodbye, Venezia. Okay, that Thunderer has 50,000 HP. If I sink her with only torpedoes, I will finish my mission still. I only need 50,000 torpedo damage in a single game. But I think it might be a bit too difficult for this one. Yeah, it's already impossible. So much for that mission, huh? But I mean, I tried, okay? I tried. Look, I launched torpedoes on a destroyer. What more do you want from me? I tried. But I guess we'll just get our flying torpedoes to finish the Thunderer instead. It'd really help if I could actually hit the target. Should probably actually try to head closer rather than away from the target or parallel to it. Is she actually firing at anything? She's definitely not firing at me, which is the target I would probably go for. Oh, never mind, she's firing at the Bismarck. Oh well. You tried, Thunderer, you tried. But you got sloppy, you let a Minotaur get too close to you. But I mean, that guy is actually surviving for a surprisingly... He actually survived! Oh my god. Wow. I am really impressed, because that guy was actually open water fighting like 4 ships or something at the same time, and he actually survived. Wow. Well, anyway, as you can see, I did not finish my torpedo damage mission, considering I didn't hit a single torpedo. Kinda difficult to deal 50k torpedo damage if you actually don't hit any. But I still got 2,905 base XP, because, remember, I sank the Shimakaze from full HP, then I did almost all of the damage to that gearing in the middle, then I fought the Öland, where I did almost all of the damage, and I also fought a Pommern, a second Pommern. Actually, I sank one of the Pommers. I didn't sink the other one, and then I even sank a Venezia, and I took like 40% of his HP, and hey, I even took like a third of the Thunderer's HP, so yeah, I mean, the XP result kinda makes sense. But none of them were torpedo hits. By the way, look at that, Gearing and Shimakaze are both at the bottom, and the Öland's over there. Like, all the enemy destroyers that ended up fighting me did rather poorly this game. Let's go over the commander skills and upgrades that I use in the Minotaur. Oh, actually, look, this is the combat mission we're going for, okay? In one battle, cause 50,000 HP of damage to ships with ship torpedoes. And this is when I realized that, it's in a cruiser, and this is when I realized that you can do it in co-op. Yeah. And I had played a few Minotaur games for that. Anyway, these are the upgrades that I use. Priority Target, Adrenaline Rush, Superintendent, actually, yeah, Superintendent first, then Concealment Expert, then Survivability Expert, after that Radio Location, and then I figured I might as well go for Jack of all trades. Survivability Expert because the more HP you have, the more you heal, and since the Minotaur has a super heal, that's pretty good. Upgrades that I use, Reload Upgrade, then I use the Legendary Upgrade. This does make my concealment worse because it only gives me 5% better concealment compared to the concealment upgrade, which is 10%. But what it does do is it makes my smoke screens longer. Then I use the Rudder Shift. In the third slot I use Smoke Generator, but that's just because I have the Legendary Upgrade. If I didn't have the Legendary Upgrade, I would probably go for either the Dispersion Upgrade or the Torpedo Tubes one. Then in the second slot I use Hydro. If I didn't have that, then Damage Control, and then Maynard's Modification 1. So effectively, this is an interesting build, and I like it, because you get to smoke spam for longer, and you get to make a longer smoke screen. However, I am not always convinced that this is the best option, just because it reduces your concealment range. Like, it makes it worse. Which means that it increases your concealment range. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support. and I hope I'll see you guys next time.